Hello and welcome to Tabletalkers, Band of Iron. Everybody has inspiration, so I'll go ahead and recap. Last time, the Band of Iron held their festival in celebration of them going off and killing a big, scary dragon. As part of their celebration, they headed a fight pit in Vashnir's father's town of Rock Hollow, where some guests of moderate to high power with various connections to the party in some way, shape, or form were called, and a fair number of them arrived. Fight pit coming to its conclusion with the Emperor and some seedy-looking drifter type having a big explosion in the middle of the arena and the Emperor falling down last. We will resume afterward in the hospital area. I don't remember what we said last, which is not the best spot for me to be in.
Yeah, I came in.
The last thing that was mentioned was in the infirmary, Callahan stating to Jodak that places need to be gone to.
Yes.
For an upgrade. More or less. That was my takeaway.
No. While you were in the hospital room, they basically mentioned, hey, Crystal Plague, it's coming back. That's real bad. That's kind of important.
Yeah, that too. But hey, my memory unlocked your memory, so we're good.
It's because you said it and I knew it was wrong.
I know. Unlike last time.
Alright.
Where I said something you thought was wrong and you were wrong.
No, you said it in a way that's supposed to be wrong, and then I maintain my I was correct. Okay.
It's still the same.
No, I didn't.
It's
Shut up.
still the same.
Quiet. Mute. Okay.
Question.
No.
We learned this information from the matriarch after they had a discussion with their god beast. Did they say the god beast was dead?
They said it turned into the stone that Jackson was using.
Okay.
Hold on. Wasn't it the hag that told us?
Negative. They said that they have gathered some information, but others might know slightly more, at which point in time the matriarch took over.
Oh, I thought I could have sworn. Shows you how fucking paying attention I was last time.
Also, last time I was very tired, so everybody had the same voice.
Fair.
Even though they don't have much variation, because I can't for some reason. It's very, personally annoying.
Just grab your throat, it'll be fine.
No.
Plug your nose, it'll also work.
This is a game all about talking, and 3 of the 5 people are muted, and one of which is the DM.
Hi.
Hi.
And the other's a loudmouth.
I mean, I was being polite.
They also have a lot of background noise.
Yeah. Well, Medina's probably still on his uniform rant. So, let's just have this. In the background, you see the orc medic.
Hungry.
Kind of like taking a breather from working on all these people for a minute. Just sit back in their chair and light up a pipe.
Why are you bringing attention to the orc medic?
Guess the rest of it's on y'all, and you don't want to start delegating orders because people are resting because they're hurt.
That hurt real bad.
Somebody wanted to have conversations with people. So instead, I'm just having the medical practitioner have a smoke break.
How do you know that the Crystal Plague is coming back?
You say
Not that I doubt it, but just curious.
You're talking to?
The matriarch, because she's the one who said the information.
Right.
Or anybody that's willing to answer. I don't give a shit, to be honest.
Whenever Jackson and his party went to and unlocked the memories of the War Beast, we were able to access some additional information. That was part of it. A long-lost message.
And the other stuff?
Find
If you don't
other
mind
stuff?
me asking? The other... You said it was part of the information you received when you unlocked the memories of the War Beast.
Oh,
What was
that
the other?
was largely, world information, some stuff about magics, and various other things like that. Informational things from a really old thing that I don't want to get into right now in here.
If the Crystal Plague is coming back, why...
Go on.
Why is this organization in Kingograd trying to release the goo things? Aren't those part of the same thing that the God Wars were fought over to begin with?
The Emperor piped up. Well, they weren't.
What?
Crystal Plague was created basically to stop the goo things, but then it went a bit overzealous. If you'll notice, since that's happened, Diakov is in a slightly different political state.
I see.
And its people stronger, to boot.
Merely used as a means... Are you saying that they did it for the good of Diakov?
I'm sure someone would.
Hmm. This is... a lot. Even with my limited knowledge from a singular legend lore, it seemed like the Crystal Plague and the goo I don't know what to call that, but the war there was all-inclusive. But I guess it was not. And then this guy, and he'll hold out the Godstone, got sealed in crystal in Diakov, it looked like.
They are.
Hmm.
Once something gets inflicted with the plague, it eventually consumes them.
We found his, and he'll point to Peon. If Peon is in here, I don't remember.
Yes.
Well, we found his inside a beast, of all things.
I got the report on that, and it was in a different plane as well. I can only assume that they attempted to flee.
Hmm.
Well, a different planar setting, not so much plane. It doesn't matter.
Point made.
If what the matriarch there said is correct, then obviously they can live with this plague for quite a while, depending on the organism. I imagine the same thing happened. Where you were there, it's actually... well, a lot more time has passed there than it has here. Even in the time that you've been here.
Yes.
So who knows how long they held out.
You said, Madam Matriarch, I don't know what your name is. You
Title works for
said
now.
that your people, I don't know if the word is correct, worshipped this one.
I'd more use studied.
Studied. What did you learn from it before the memories were unlocked? What could you tell me about it that I may or may not already know?
Until they went through and cleared the blockage, it was a lot of, basic things. like a basic summarization of the God Wars up to that point. But then after that, and the various other specificities we could not access. So we have from its time of creation until the time of crystallization pretty well in hand. But after that, it didn't last too long. It seemed that undoing whatever blockage was there also hastened the crystallization process. But we do have some.
Obviously, these were created by a god of some kind. Do you know which god created which? Besides the obvious.
Their elemental affinity normally stays 1-to-1.
I thought so.
Save for the reports and what I've seen from Senina's, who seems to be made from from the Fallen One.
The Fallen One?
Yes, there was another god before and during the God Wars, but basically the goo stuff landed right on top of it, or right on top of its area, and then they'll do like a gesture that's just like...
Ah. Well, you know we got his from the corrupted zone, from the Forbidden Zone as well.
I don't believe my zone relates to any of the gods I know of.
Well, none
In any
of
sort of way.
Well, none of the ones in standard rotation anyway. But assuming that it's a creation of power, or a manifestation of it, I imagine that the being that landed there would be able to create one, if it so desired. Or an equivalency.
Whatever it was, it got corrupted by the stuff there,
I'd
it seems.
Say it's likely made from the stuff, since its beast was corrupted and placed elsewhere.
I never actually did a legend lore on my stone.
Well, if
I
it's
kept
made from that
tracking
stuff, it
everyone
might be
who's used
more volatile.
You attempted to identify it, and your host's mother got consumed nearly.
That feels weird. Don't say that. I know it's true, but also don't say that.
Point stands. Fact remains, if the Crystal Plague is coming back, we need to be prepared for the win. So that would mean we need to align ourselves with everything and everyone possible. Would that be incorrect?
They just
Insane?
kind of gesture at each other. Even the hag in the doorway kind of just like shrugs.
Ugh. So getting home is all the more fervent. That's the wrong word to use, James, but it works, whatever.
Pertinent,
It's
perhaps?
all the more... What? Prudent,
Pertinent?
yes.
Prudent, maybe?
Prudent.
Yeah, that also works.
Pertinent, yeah. Anyway. Emperor. If... How do I put this nicely? Screw nicely. If our friend Vashnir and his family here would take over the Dwarven Kingdom, would you be able to ally with them?
Legally, no. After the fact, that's just a new rule, so... Legally, yes.
Legally no and legally yes?
Legally, no if they're trying to take things over. Legally, yes if they have taken things over.
Well, I was more talking about the latter, so then it's a yes. How well do you think, or how easily do you think it will be to ally with the elves? Forgot the word elf.
They're a bit strange. They're more likely to come out in defense of stopping rule changes from happening than they are to actually combat some larger force. Has to do with that horrific nihilism they develop after a time.
Well, living that long does do that. Ugh. Unless you're entirely batshit crazy. And Callahan is in here, right, too?
They're just on a cot.
And what of wherever you come from?
Love it.
Would it be willing to help? As I'm sure it will not just stay on the material, it will spread everywhere. If it's as bad as I've assumed it to be.
Probably shouldn't be making assumptions about how it is that we operate. Regardless,
I have no idea how you operate, that's why I asked what of you.
we're not an enemy.
That's why you're here.
You're going to be hard-pressed to get additional from me. You should just back away from this line of questioning.
Right. So we have not an enemy, an ally if we take over a place, someone who lives in our current area of jurisdiction to a degree, but is also not an enemy because of rumors that were spread. No offense, Therapy Hag, but we have a hag who is, at best, unknown. And the hells at our disposal. This seems like it'll be a lot of fun. So what do all of you suggest we do for the coming plague?
Prepare yourselves. Make ready. Be prepared.
So no more than we are already doing.
Yeah.
Valen's doing his thing, right, Arik?
He's making noises outside. Because he's barding.
We need to deal with the organization that decided they wanted to spread the goo plague.
Are you sure?
Whether their intentions were noble or not, they intentionally spread something that was going to be, that could have potentially been the downfall of a civilization should it have gone amok, so to speak.
This current organization is predictable. We have a good idea of what it is they're going to do. Creating a power vacuum there might invite something less easy to direct.
Well, I did say deal with. I never said how.
Deal with is only ever interpreted one way.
Fair enough. Whether it's destroy the entire damn thing from the ground up, or from the head down, whichever the fuck works, or take it over from the inside, it needs to be dealt with in some way. Whatever they are now, whatever they are doing now is, at best, foolhardy.
If you say so.
With all the people I saw die from their... what I can only assume is an experiment, I can't imagine it being anything but. But if you have other information, do inform.
No, it's pretty much just what I've told you. Simply understand the people, put them in their environment, and rationalize what it is they will do. That is a land of nigh unchecked ambition, and that would create a huge power vacuum.
Do you suggest we do nothing?
I'm suggesting you think your actions through, and that is it.
Isn't there... I think it was explained to me once. There is some sort of... how do you put this? Thing on this continent that stops anyone else from going to war with someone else.
It is
Correct?
the coalition. That is the collection of ruling bodies that keep people from doing anything.
How does that work exactly?
The representatives from each ruling body are meet there, and they discuss things. It's located in Bellinue and runs a lot like their republic does. Or representative democracy, sorry.
That's fine. Is there a way to deal with them diplomatically? And Todori kind of shudders a little bit.
To what end?
From all that I can gather and all that I have understood, what they've done was more or less sanctioned by part, if not their whole government, in some small way, shape, or form, and they attacked, basically, another form of government.
That's not really the case. Kingograd being what it is, it's largely individuals. The only time the government itself comes into question is whenever it comes to economic matters. Every other circumstance with them is always an individual, which makes such claims fall on deaf ears.
As they could easily, even if the government was involved, they could easily just go, oh, well, the individual was at fault, not us.
Correct, and additionally, if it were to try to go beyond that, then instead of fighting an individual, you're going against their entire culture, and that gets messy.
I am developing a hatred. I am not a man of tact and class. Where I was from, when you had a problem, you just, down to the basis of terms, dealt with it. And thus far it has gotten me very far in this world, but it seems no longer will it contain me. Damn it. I'm open to suggestions, and he'll look at the party he is a part of.
Sorry, I missed a good bit of that.
Talking politics.
Politicking. I hate it. We're talking currently about how to deal with Kingograd, or even if we should. And I say Kingograd because the organization that is the problematic one that caused everything in fucking Diakov is in Kingograd. You're the one who seems to know the most, with you having eaten a brain and all. So what do you think?
So crass.
I'm not a nice person. We know this. It's fine.
Well, to be honest, if it can easily be controlled, I don't see why not. Why we can't just leave them how they are. I mean, it's better than creating a problem. Or creating a force that can't be controlled.
But the problem remains that in some way we do need to help Valen. And the organization there is the same. No matter what happens, we need to help him. However that is done is immaterial to me. So, suggestions are always welcome. And leaving them alone is a suggestion, but I don't think we have what's the word? I forgot the word. Damn it, brain!
It means.
I don't know that either.
You never knew the word.
It's something akin to wherewithal, but that's not the right word I wanted to use.
Foresight?
We don't have a choice. That's what I'll go with. We don't have a choice.
Well, Valen doesn't want to deal with the organization, per se. He just wants to deal with one guy.
Is the one guy high up on the organization? Or are they a multi-headed organization? Like
That
a
I
Hydra.
don't know.
Couldn't keep my fucking face straight. Anyway. Well, if it is only one individual that Valen wants dealt with, then... Like I said, is the individual too high up to be dealt with in a manner of speaking?
As far as I'm aware, he's the head of the organization, but I may also be wrong. I hopefully am wrong. I have no reason to believe I am or not.
I guess hope is for the best. But going off the assumptions, you always prepare for the worst. Going off of the assumption that he is the head of the organization, it's the same problem. It's the exact same. We cut the head off the snake and watch the body writhe and die, and then there's a power vacuum. Much akin to how the Emperor was putting it. And Valen, I assume, can't speak of the organization at all. Am I correct?
Non-disclosure agreement and all. Magical contracts.
Yeah. I hate contracts so much.
Not that bad.
You haven't been to
Depending on what
my
you
home,
sign.
have
That's
you?
different type of contract that I
But everything there is
forgot about.
contracts. You want to take a shit in the morning, in a public stall, it's a contract. The point stands. I hate them. Anyway. In any of the information you gave us, I kind of skimmed it. We didn't have a whole lot of time for me to read it properly. But in any of the information you gave us, Emperor...
Off game, you're a liar.
Did I read it? I don't remember.
Had plenty of time.
I don't
He
remember
didn't say he
reading
didn't
it.
have plenty of time. He just said he's kind of skimmed it.
I said I didn't have the time to read it.
Oh, never mind. I'm just
No, which
of yours.
personally I could not have had the time, because I could have had other things I was personally doing, and I was merely skimming this part. Or I just didn't want to fucking read it. So technically not a lie. Anyway. In any of that information, was it ever mentioned who this gentleman was? Because I don't know. I wasn't paying attention too much to the organization as a whole. Just who was behind what happened to Diakov and to Vashnir.
I do not remember fully. I've got a lot of things that I'm dealing with.
Understandable. And that in no small way is nowhere near the top, I'm sure. Pain. A crystal plague, something that the God Wars themselves couldn't deal with, and in fact created a looming threat and an extreme amount of unknowns from everywhere. Sounds like a party. One more card and it'd be a full house. I have a question for you, Therapy Hag.
They look at you. With their hag eyes. One slightly larger than the other. Pale blue, slightly beady.
same color.
Yes.
Oh,
How do I word this? I do not wish to insult.
The eyes peer into you.
Where did you go when you ran off to find out whatever information you were going to find out? If you don't mind me asking.
I went to commune with the things that might be able to sense things that are farther out. Get a grasp on how things are moving that should or should not be moving.
I see. How much information do you know about these godstones?
I do not know anything in particular, most of which has been stated already. I think. It has been mentioned that they're all from War Beast and then Crystal Plague and then they got crystallized by it and then they're here now.
Yeah, we all know that part, and you did inform us largely on a lot of that, but... Above game questionnaire.
Right.
Do we understand that they work in a tier-based system?
Kinda.
Or is that simply for mechanic purposes?
You know that they get more powerful as you get more powerful. Or, like, do certain things.
Is there a way that either of you, and I'll look at the matriarch and the hag, could commune with one of the stones?
Matriarch will
Find
pipe up.
out.
In its crystalline form, no. Too much is lost. It's almost pure instinct.
A legend lore seemed to... As I understand it, a legend lore is meant to tell you all the things of the object's past. But this... Instead of the spell doing it, it was more the thing itself.
I would assume that then it functioned very similarly to a Speak with Dead, if you know how that spell works. If not, I can explain it.
Kind of, yes.
Whereas you are animating the creature or a remnant of the creature, you are not in fact bringing back its consciousness. So the only things it can tell you are things that its mind would know at the time of death. It's very similar to that. It's not actually there, it's just able to communicate.
Hmm. And they're not dead, so you can't go to the place where they would have been created or wherever the fuck they are from to talk to it itself. Though you might be able to talk to the god that created it. But I think that would be foolhardy at best.
Communing with them is tricky. Also, not really my forte.
Oh no, I was more stating that you could literally take a ship directly to them, but that's...
No, you cannot.
You can't?
No, you cannot. Do not attempt to go to a god plane.
Why is that?
Can't tell you properly. Outside of actually getting into them being very, very difficult on account of, you know, the forces that are keeping them in their respective planes, none have ever returned. It is theorized that souls are sucked there after death, but can't exactly prove or disprove. For all we know, they're all stuck in the buffer.
And bringing someone back from death grants you nothing, as they don't remember the place, I'm sure.
They'll pick up a nearby container of water, give you a nod, and then take a drink.
Damn it. Emperor, do your boats work akin to this spell plane shift?
Not really, no. Plane shift creates a direct connection between one point and another. The ship technology that we have acquired takes you to the middle zone that they do not that plane shift does not access.
But plane shift can also take you to that middle zone.
Correct, but
Correct.
it is creating an endpoint there instead of a through line there.
Ah. And I don't assume any of you know the spell, plane shift. And you'll look at current party. knowing full well there's no one here capable of learning that spell.
Can?
I didn't know druids could get plane shift.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I can get it.
Can you cast 6th level spells? Or 7th? I don't remember which.
No, I can't.
Then you don't have it.
But I could. In like
You-
a year.
Like a level or 2, I think. If you stayed druid anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Matriarch will pipe up. Why do you need a plane shift? Explain
Just a
your
quicker-
reasoning.
It's just a quicker means of travel.
To where, though?
Anywhere. The boat is amazing, do not get me wrong, and we are grateful for it. But it takes time. Plane shift gets you extremely close to your destination from what I remember reading about it, and almost instantaneously.
Well, yes and no. Because you have to use it to travel to a different place, so you have to use the spell twice. Some places aren't exactly friendly. Additionally, it gets really questionable if you try to go somewhere you haven't been. Which, given the nature of planes, is most of them on the first jump or two.
Fair enough.
So it's a huge expenditure of personal resource, even if it is slightly faster.
Point made and understood. So we obviously know that Brain, get your words together. Stop that. That the Hells have a what do you a corrupted form of whatever the hell a god is. Correct?
This is known.
Would it be easier to commune with them instead of the actual god, and would they know anything?
Yes and no. Part 1 problem, the corruption. Part 2 problem, also the corruption. Part 3 problem, it's... their nature's strange. How do I explain it?
They're a warped manifestation
Well, it
of...
is, but it's more than that.
Go on.
Alright. Without going too far into various branches of philosophical teachings, have you ever woken up and just done something that you didn't understand purely by impulse and purely by impulse?
Yes.
And then eventually your brain kicked on and you looked back and went, why the hell did I do that?
Or what the fuck am I doing? Yes.
Okay, think that, except apply it more. And then apply
Does
that
the brain
to
ever
the...
kick on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you could ask them things, and there's a possibility that they would know things, but there's also the possibility that it could be gibberish or some malicious lie. Because the higher
and so
intelligence isn't
skewed
there.
in one way or the other that it wouldn't make any sense at all.
Yes.
Damn it. Going to a god would get you killed or absorbed or whatever the hell gods do, and going to a corrupted god would just be a lie.
Unless it's not. But they'd make you think it was.
They would gaslight you. Damn it. There are no easy solutions, are there?
Closes my DM book of ensuring there are no easy solutions. No.
Right.
speak or nothing.
What is the best way we can learn a lot of information about the Crystal Plague in a short amount of time?
I could bring you over to Siegebreaker. Some of our druids there might be able to impart the knowledge the same way they learned it. It'd be messy, and you'd probably have to actually access it to try to determine what information you have, but it would be there in your recesses of your mind. Like a almost forgotten dream, but not really.
Yeah. These... So, if you're on the table, just to iterate, if all of you are fine with it, I suggest we do that. That is to my party. I know you're all kind of zonked out over there.
Repeat that.
The matriarch is giving us a way of learning a lot of information about the Crystal Plague in a very short amount of time. I suggest as soon as we are able to do that, we do that. Knowing your enemy is step 1, 2, and 5 of the battle.
I'm fine with that.
If we are to deal with the Crystal Plague, we need to know exactly what the fuck it actually is, not speculation and hearsay from stones that are long dead. No offense, Stone. I love you to death, but you get my point.
It does not respond. He is a rock.
Well, when I gave it a promise, it fucking responded by giving me more power, so... I didn't want it to get insulted and take power away. I don't know.
Please go down to tier 2.
Fuck you.
I joke. This time.
I know, that's the problem. So, if we can learn a lot about the Crystal Plague, that's a large thing off my mind. The next thing we need to learn a lot of are the devices we are using to combat the Crystal Plague. And yes, I know that the more powerful we grow as individuals, the more powerful they will grow with us to give us more power. I understand that, it makes some semblance of sense, but if there were a way to expedite said process, it would be much better. Much akin to when we first got it, it was automatically basically tier 1. Over the course of training and fighting and things like that for the few months we did, I got tier 2 very quickly. Tier 3 only came when I promised it we would vanquish the Gith threat that we were currently facing. There's a large disparity between tier 1, 2, and 3. I have no idea how to attain tier 4. None whatsoever. And beyond that, I don't even know if there is a beyond that. I feel like there might be. Because it doesn't feel like this thing is at its limit with power, not even close. But at the same time, I really have no clue. And to top it all off, I have no idea if these things have been corrupted by the Crystal Plague, and when the Crystal Plague comes, that they will be ineffective. Or that will be turned on by them, or that we will be used by the Crystal Plague through them. I have no idea what will happen in that situation, because what you're telling me is that these things were just defeated and sealed away by the Crystal Plague and then turned into what they are now. Even though where I got this stone is nowhere near where you said you were at. Studying it. From what I understand. I do not believe we were in Siegebreaker when I found the stone, or found the giant cube with a weird humanoid in it who tried to stab Vashnir.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't research that in Siegebreaker. I was in the forest of the northwest, the other side of the Great River. But we moved. Because, you know, the thing that was keeping our underground cavern all nice and warm suddenly became a rock.
So it was Wait. You're telling me that this thing was spread across multiple locations?
The beasts
And
fell
when
in different locations.
Each what?
The beasts fell in different locations.
Well, I understand that, but when I got my stone, because you said that the one you were studying was the one who was my stone.
No.
I thought that's what you said.
No, not at all. It's the one that Jack's son is now using.
Ah. Never mind then. I was under the assumption that you were studying mine.
No.
Was Jackson's... So Jackson is older party member. And his was also in a crystal.
No, his was a living war beast that was being crystallized, that we were learning from.
So it wasn't fully crystallized yet.
Correct. He unlocked the memories, the crystallization process took hold.
How long ago was that?
Not too long. It was in summer, I believe.
A couple months ago. More than likely when we were coming here with the larger effigy of what the Band of Iron is.
Thank you. I was trying to see if it correlated with any other events that I was aware of.
During the summer, I believe we were on our way here with the band.
Summer's whenever you guys were waging war.
Than that.
No.
The fall came quick and went quick this year. You're assuming. You don't really know exactly how long you were gone during your teleportation nation.
I was kind of wibbly wobbly all over the place.
Shut up, Doctor.
It's not a yes.
At last.
Could there possibly be another beast out there that has not been taken over by the crystal yet?
Unknown.
But could there be?
Unknown.
Is there a way of knowing?
Unknown.
God damn it.
Therapeutic will pipe up. I could potentially try to hone into that particular energy source, but well, given that I didn't know that, apparently there was one alive that a bunch of druids were stealing all the information from. I can't exactly vouch
Have you lived underground?
as to whether or not it'll work. What'd you say?
I said, speaking of, you lived underground?
Yes?
I assumed you would live in a forest or something, considering how Peon is so adamant about protecting the forest.
There was a forest above.
Also, he doesn't say protecting the forest, he says protecting nature as a whole. That also extends to underground.
Fair enough. That is true. I guess rocks and gems and minerals are a part of nature.
Well,
Some
so
degree.
is the
Also,
big
there's mushrooms.
forest that was at the top of the cave system that we lived in.
Yes, but then you don't have any direct access to it.
What?
You have access
Unless
to the
you
roots.
leave. That's also true.
Biomes extend pretty far.
That too. Anyway, aside from the weird geopoliticalness of druids that we suddenly got on the topic of, if you could, Therapy Hag, that would be much appreciated. And if you could try, I mean. And even if you succeed or fail, it doesn't matter. Trying is very much appreciated.
Her large eyes will squint slightly at you. That's a lot of work on my end. I'm gonna have to call it another favor. And I will come to collect one day.
If need be, I will personally ensure that the favor is done.
Do you personally? This one's all you. Success or failure?
I'll aid.
No. You wait.
I'll aid with the favor.
That's what I'm telling you to wait on. I want to make sure that he agrees that it's all him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does my agreement spark whether or not you give it your all?
I don't know. I'm just a crazy hack.
That is
conducive to your line of work.
That is also incorrect. You want to appear as such, and to a degree that appearance does blend with actuality, but you are not as insane or unknowing as you claim to be. That is obvious.
Listen, kid, I work as a fucking therapist. This is a sign of trust. Just fucking say yes.
Yes.
Cool. And then they revert back to their normal standards.
Oh. I am sweating profusely now. Son of a bitch.
Now, is there anything else that anyone needs to be asking questions about, or can we finish up recuperating before we head out? Or, more specifically, at least you two head out? I don't really know who all is going.
Well, we are apparently going to follow Jodak and his presumed leader.
I'd prefer you didn't, but if you have to.
Well,
For
I
some
would
fucking
like...
reason.
They don't have to.
Oh, they don't have to.
Like, I'm not going to stop them unless you want to stop them. Then I guess I'll stop them. But
Does that mean a fight?
They might get a little yeah, that.
Boss, I can take him.
I'm sure you can, but kinda don't want
first,
to.
don't kill them.
Damn it!
Hey,
Anyway.
Scrike, this fucking nothing nobody just tried to order you around, says Arik to James.
No.
Alright.
You're not gonna get me to talk to myself.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Fucking Jodak talked to you. He's like, no, we want him alive.
No,
Motherfucker,
I said
you kill who you wanna kill.
You should keep them alive. Only because
Okay, which of the characters
are kind of
currently-
choosy.
Which of the characters currently in proximity are you talking to, Eric?
Hi, me. I'm talking to you, James, saying that Thaddeus, Jodak, made some remarks to Strig, also James, that were, like, way out of rank. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just letting you know the power dynamic does exist.
Hey! Shut up! If a fight happens, I'ma kill him.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Unless he says otherwise, because he's boss.
I say otherwise.
God damn it.
Jodak, if you need to have somebody else come along, keep it minimal. We don't need one of the more strange individuals freaking out.
It would take a lot to freak me out.
I'm not talking about you.
Would you prefer someone who probably will not try to start a fight?
Again, not too worried about anyone in here.
So it's another entity that you are in some way aligned with that you are worried about.
You can say that.
I see.
Easily threatened they are.
Is Strig allowed to talk about them?
Yeah, kinda.
He's talking about the squid faces.
At no point in time may you say where they are. Ever. Ever. Understood? I'll fucking kill you. You were told once long ago.
I'm not allowed to talk about where they are, but I am allowed to talk about what they are. Cool.
Cool.
Got it. Wait. Squid faces? Explain what the goblin said? Please?
I think you can.
That one talks, this else would say.
Shut up.
I can't. I only know them as squid faces. I don't know what they are.
And he's kind of looking up with sad eyes at Callahan.
Necessary. They are necessary.
How exactly are they necessary?
Doesn't matter.
Oh. I'm doing my damnedest here, man.
I'm not gonna give you anything. Yeah.
Be agreeable.
No.
Is he always like this? And I'm looking directly at the Emperor.
Well, I did just kick him really hard. And there's like the ghost of a shit-eating grin.
Right. Right. Of course this has to be difficult. Of course one of you has to make it difficult. You do understand that this threat will extend to everything.
Yeah.
And that your best bet to succeed against it is to side with the strongest allies.
Also, yeah.
And you do understand what the word ally means, correct?
I think so.
It means sharing knowledge so that we may best understand your capabilities and how to use them effectively together. If there is an unknown amongst your group, it would be very welcome to know what the fuck that is.
Enough is known and it'll be handled appropriately. I'm not gonna give over and divulge anything to a group of rat catchers that are slightly above their normal means.
there.
Hey, isn't that what we were?
Yeah. So there's potential for them yet. But they're not there right now.
What is...
I don't know. Did Tusk ever agree to that?
No.
Damn it.
What would be enough proof that we're not rat catchers?
But you don't.
Oh no, we're rat catchers. Oh no, he is right, Bashnir. We are rat catchers.
Yeah, I don't even need to say anything.
I was asking, like, what proof do we need? What do we need to do to prove that we can?
We need to become more than just that, which we are in the works of doing currently. But currently, we are just that. As painful it is to admit. Right. You're not going to be forthcoming with information. You are secretive at best, and he's looking at the Emperor when he says that.
Thumbs up.
You two are pretty okay. And he'll look at the hag and the matriarch. Ugh. They have got to be related. I say that to the matriarch and the hag. They have got to be. There's no way they're not related with how similar they act. What do you think, Therapy Hag?
Family dynamics are a very complicated matter that sometimes vary wildly from case to case. Further information could be acquired, but that would require a rather deep dive.
And you wouldn't tell us if you went on that deep dive because patient
absolutely not.
confidentiality.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be a very good therapist, now would I?
Exactly.
And she'll, gently touch your, just your cheek for freaky hag fingers. Yeah.
That's my face. Right. They're gonna be unintentionally cagey or intentionally cagey in the whatever the span may be. I wanted to go along to learn more. But if that's going to cause a problem with your squid faces, it's probably best that none of us go along.
As I said, the fewer the better. Jodak has his basics on what he can and can't say. But I'll leave that to his discretion.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to completely avoid all subjects that may or may not be related to things I can or cannot say, if you don't mind.
And with him taking that stance, I can't really vouch for any good information coming to you. But, oh well. Have to trust your friend, I guess.
Which has been very difficult thus far.
Yeah, I haven't lied to you.
But you
To
haven't
your
told
face.
us the truth.
Not a lie.
That's not the point. You have on many occasions purposely withheld pertinent information from us. But that's beside the point.
Like when?
Again, besides the point at the moment. No time to get into a debate and debase ourselves. But if we are to do this, the first step would be learning what the enemy actually is and what its capabilities are, aside from legend and folklore about the war. Because obviously, the legend and folklore that I have heard has been completely wrong, because I thought the fucking crystals and the goo worked together, based on the legend lore.
Aren't.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You've explained that already. But the legend lore alluded to the fact that the crystals and the goo were in cahoots. When that is entirely incorrect.
Arik,
So
above
anyway.
game, it's possible that they were just bad things that were at the same place and were both bad.
Yeah.
Because they haven't really been alluded to being together. More like one was created to combat the other, and then it also caused a fucking problem.
Well, the thing is, the creation of the crystals to combat the other was never mentioned. Because the only thing I have from the God Wars is
I think he has information that says that they appeared, or were called for something like that. Something of that vein. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Nope, that's the mechanics of it. This... no. Because the only two things I have were the identifying the legend lore on my stone and like a book.
But if there's aught else, I'm feeling okay. I think I'd like to go out, some beer, maybe some pretzels. Enjoy the rest of this festival.
You should sit down and talk to Therapy Hag.
No.
Why?
Because.
You have a lot you need to talk about.
And I'll talk about it when I want to.
Patient confidentiality.
Shut up.
She can't tell anybody else.
Not the point.
But it is the point, because that's what you're worried about.
No.
First step to fixing
Whenever
the
they
problem is
eventually
knowing
wake
that there
up-
is one.
Shut up. When they eventually wake up, I tell them where I've gone. Otherwise, they might panic. And they'll kind of gesture toward the death guard that's just out.
And I can give him a jump start to where he can follow you.
He got fucked up.
Fair enough.
This is not a toss some healing magic at them and they'll be fine. This is they need a rest for a while.
Right.
They get up and they leave.
Therapy Hag, have you... No, you haven't. I've already asked this question. Never mind. I was
Glad
going
I
to
could
ask
help.
if you...
I need to go back out there and talk with some of the troubled people that are here, especially the ones that have little goo things and they don't know how to deal with it, and she's steadily walking backwards out of the door as she's saying these things, and they're in serious, like, they can't deal
your
with
first-
things. I gotta go help them.
First one you should
with
stop
little
at is the
tents.
boat one.
I have a tent. It's awesome. There's a chicken
You
in the
can't
corner.
leave.
I don't know. You're right. And then they run away.
Shit.
She knows where he is. You've already explained where he is and he can't leave, so she has to go to him. He can't come to her. But anyway. Right.
People are leaving. That's the thing to be done at this point, I guess. Peon, if you could, have a conversation with me, if you find yourself available. Especially if you do not end up going on this trip of theirs.
Well, none of us are going, apparently.
Well, it sounded like it could be like a smaller one, like it could easily be, say, Jodak and Vashnir, if I understand your group dynamic. Or Peon could go, I guess. It sounds like it's Peon and one other person is what's currently being allowed.
Kodak and one other person.
Yes. Listen, man, Eric's had a long day. Twice.
Got a lot of different voices to go through.
Twice in the last, 3 hours, someone has done the... Or, well, I have done the, but I didn't tell you that, and then someone else responded with the what, and then I legitimately thought that they didn't understand what I told them. I am running at not maximum capacity.
Right. I guess the best course of action at the moment would be to just go ahead and have your conversation with Peon.
Likely, but it's more of a one-on-one thing.
No, I understand that completely, which is why I'm saying just go ahead and grab him and take him with you.
But I don't know if he wants
Unless
to
you
go.
are... Unless you are, unwelcoming to that, peon.
Hi, Mom. We go talk.
That's still problematic. Especially
No,
given
you
that
weren't.
from what I was told whenever you joined up, you have a family. Have you ran into trouble?
Oh.
Is your mother okay?
Oh.
Do we need to go visit?
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll talk on that later. Potato, something bad happened to them.
Oh my god. Also, you can have more than one mother.
You can?
Yes, I have 7.
That's a lot of moms.
Eric
It is a lot of
squints
work.
in sudden
Too,
polygamy.
But
Hey, it's the devils.
No,
It
no,
makes
it's
sense.
fine. It's just... I didn't know that yet.
Dad's
Yeah, you
married to 7 women, so married is a strong term. Concubines is more accurate.
Good fucking god. I'm gonna need to know this shit before you guys actually go to the hells. Eric says enough and then continues with the gameplay.
I know. That's why we haven't gone yet.
I got distracted at the festival. and
The
then
only person I am
other
actually
things
related
came
to
up.
in the hells is my father. That's it.
You have a mother.
I do, but she's dead.
Ow.
We're not talking about this right now.
Anyway,
Whatever the case, Pian, I'll be... Actually, the Emperor made a good point. Beer and pretzels sounds nice. I'm gonna go find probably wherever they are and then get them for free because Emperor? Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. And she'll walk out.
isn't it?
Bye, Mom.
Hey, you should go with her. Have your conversation.
No, Mom said to do it later.
Fair.
How?
She did say she wanted to go back to wherever. by the
Hold
end
on.
of the day.
Above game. Is that Caleb saying, no, I don't want to talk with them? Or...
Or are you going to do it later?
I'll do it later.
like define later, because I'm expecting it to be this session.
Wait up, Mom.
Okay. Just because otherwise there's gonna...
Oh, wait a minute. Shit.
Pauses hacking his 3DS.
You quit that. Super illegal.
Fashionary.
I don't care.
Oh my
If we're allowed
god.
to take a small group with them, which of us do you think should go? Do you want to go to the Squid Faces, or do you want me to go? I could be very political if I need to be. If that is ever a problem.
And it's very much a reason to not let you go.
I said I can be if I need to be. I can also not talk. I do know how to close my mouth, even though it's, not very evident thus far.
But can you close your mind?
What?
But can you close your mind?
I...
Make your thoughts
have
unreadable.
learned- I have not learned to make my thoughts unreadable, but I have learned to make it to where they can only read the surface thoughts.
Well, then I wouldn't bank on trying to keep your
That's
mouth
true
shut.
for all of us here.
So whomever it is that's the least likely to have violent thoughts is the one that should be going.
It's neither of them.
Well, yeah, but one of them's probably got it's like some honorific or something, gauging by knowing history, right?
Well,
That's
that would
probably
be both of
fascinating.
us. That would be both of us. I am as least likely to involve myself in violence as Vashnir is. I will only involve myself if they involve me, most often than not.
Okay, I'll put it another way.
Last.
You come off as more threatening.
I can understand that, I suppose.
Also, didn't you say that the custom around the hills is to be, blunt? Attack people that don't agree with you, or something like that?
when a problem arises, you deal with it. I don't surmise there will be many problems that need my dealing with, and also I haven't been very forthcoming with that side of me thus far in this area we've been in the entire time I've been with the party. Since that little rock. The only time I was ever part of that culture, that part of my culture, was when I killed the motherfucker who brought me here. I don't even know how he brought me here. He was summoning a... How did he do that? Anyway.
Lucky guess.
No. See, the problem is, the spell he was attempting to cast is meant to bring, like, an actual devil. Like a devil. To give him more power. Yet he brought me. I am the furthest thing from a devil you can damn near get to. And I live in the fucking place. How the fuck did that even happen? That's my question. What glyph did he screw up? How did he do that? Jesus Christ. Anyway. I am honor and duty bound by damn near my religion to not cause problems. And therefore I will not cause problems. I come off as more threatening merely because of where I come from. Where, yes, when there is a massive problem that needs dealing with, you go and raid their home and kill their family. Well, you don't actually kill their family, you just kill the head of the family and then go, okay, you realize that we could just do the same to you, don't fucking do it again, leave us alone and we'll leave you alone, to the next head of the family.
Yeah, you don't really need to explain your politics. Just know my vote's for the dwarf.
Understandable. That's why I was asking whether Vashnir wanted to go or whether he wanted me to go. Because if he says he wants to go, cool. If he says he wants me to go, then I go. Well, I didn't ask you, isn't it?
I'm fine. I'll be fine with going.
There you go. Then, if there is nothing else, I will take my leave and attempt to learn more about my stone in some way, shape, or form, and probably get therapy because I'm realizing now that I have unresolved anger issues.
I think we all do.
Just now?
Have a safe journey.
I'll try.
And, Goblin, I can take you. And he walks out of the room before Strick can answer.
Gonna take that shit?
That motherfucker.
You have some people that can revive people if you want to.
I'll think about it. Callahan told me no, but I'll think about it.
Alright then. Strick, make a plane shift ready.
It's always ready, boss. Like,
Well-
you want to hold my hand and we go?
No, I don't. You don't like to wash.
That's too bad, isn't it?
I know.
Right. So, all the important people, so Callahan and you. And he points at the dwarf. I don't know your name yet. Hold my hand, and then the less important people, you, hold their hand.
I'm gonna hold up my hand and say, Vashnia.
Strig, I don't know why this is happening. He is also absolutely shaking your hand with the wrong fucking hand.
That's fine.
You also have met him before.
Kinda brief.
It was very brief. He appeared, kicked something into the ground, and then teleported away with it. But anyway.
Fuck. What was that?
That was toward the beginning of the session when we were still a party of 8.
We were finding the first giant amalgamation of things.
Yeah.
The very beginning.
Yeah, when Kieran first made his appearance. And then Strig popped in and teleported away with the controller piece. Anyway. Whenever you're ready, boss. And he just extends his hand to be held. This is absolutely not how the spell needs to work, but it's absolutely how he is going to make the spell work.
Everybody that's teleporting gets together and teleports.
When
Meanwhile,
it's satisfying.
Meanwhile, shortly after you teleport, this is just for me. This is just for me. Shortly after you teleport, the death guard begins to rouse. Gets up and tries to move around the orc that's sitting there having a smoke in the corner, who just heard a lot of confidential information. Puts down his pipe, goes over there, smacks him in the head, goes back to his chair, picks back up his pipe, and resumes.
He said they knocked him out every time he opened his eyes.
Yes.
Every time he woke up, knock him the fuck out until said otherwise. Oh, I love it.
And everyone left the room.
Just for me.
Yep. That's what I wanted for you, buddy. You're welcome.
You don't even know what kind of crazy shit the orcs in the time-dilated area are doing. They got a hyperbolic time chamber of orcs. It's amazing.
Some of them are ogres.
Meanwhile, over at the beer and pretzel stand.
Just to give you an inference as to where Todori is, if there is a line at the tent that she has set up, Todori is in that line. James needs to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Beyond the matriarch's plan works, she manages to schmooze some free pretzels and beer.
Good job, Mom.
And then, as she's beginning to walk away from the counter, she realizes that you're coming and gets a set for you.
Thanks, Mom.
And then she'll walk over to where you are. There's a nearby sitting area. You can see that there's a small, like, musical thing happening nearby. Here you are, Pion.
Thank you, Mother.
So I feel I must ask, outside of the mom thing, which again, do we need to visit your actual parents?
Oh.
Well, I guess we might have to. How have you been since departing?
I've been good. How have you been?
It's okay. I'm stuck living at my ex's house with basically the entire community that was built up around something that then fucking disappeared. It's been a bit of a weird transition, to say the least.
That's what it certainly sounds like.
Yeah. So how are your new friends? Or is that assuming too much?
They are very nice. One of them is a brain.
Well, it seems like they'd be kind of weird, but it also seems like they've tried to skew things in a more heroic manner. Do they have...
I mean, he's a good brain.
Good to know.
I only talked to him like Rick Johnson.
Do they have any, like... What's their end goal? Or what it is that they're doing besides be heroic? Do you know? Save the world and all that jazz, but what's really motivating them?
We do many things. I think one of them wants to go home. I don't know what the brain wants.
Is the one that wants to go home the spiky one that doesn't know when to shut up?
Yes.
Well, even with going home, it seems like they want to go home and then bring things back. Help make this plane a little bit better, even though they're not necessarily a denizen of it. An admirable goal, it seems.
I would agree.
What of... I believe it was Vashnir and Jodak?
I don't really know what the brain wants. I should have learned more about what the brain wants. And then I also don't really know what Vashnir wants, but I think he wants to become a king or something.
Well, do either of them act like they want something, or are they just going along with it? Just to get the measure of them.
I mean, they definitely have something motivating them. I just don't know exactly what. So I'm bad at taking notes.
I don't think they've ever said it.
I also don't think so, but my point still stands.
Fair enough. So, I guess I kind of have to turn that back to you. This Spiro shit's kind of dangerous, but apparently you've been chosen by some sort of a soul stone. And you're in the company of people that seem to want to avert tragedy.
Yeah. I don't know. This is just a nice shiny rock. I like it. It makes me on fire.
Well, it seems to like you too.
I need a name for my rock. What do you think I should name my rock, Mom?
I can't be responsible for that.
I'll name it Beauregard then.
Just don't tell the other party.
I put Beauregard back in my pocket.
But you left where we were whenever we were relocating homes. You joined these people. There must be some greater aspiration than just forestry stuff, right? How can I help
I
you?
guess I don't really know.
Well,
I,
go on. Sorry.
I first just kind of joined in order to protect the trees and such. But as we've gone on, I've realized there's far bigger threats to the world than just destroying nature and the forest and the caves and all the pretty rocks and the wind and the... I'm gonna stop describing nature things now.
So you feel like you have some sort of an obligation or duty to protect things that are more powerless? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
An admirable goal.
I don't know what that word means, Mom.
It means it's something good.
Then I would agree. It is definitely admirable of me.
Close enough, and she'll give you a small pat. Is there anything I can help you with? I can't help but notice that you're kinda sorta getting overgrown with a lichen there. Lichen. It's pronounced one of those ways.
What do you mean overgrown? This is my son, Peon Jr.
Your grandson.
Yes, your grandson.
We're visiting
Can I have-
We're visiting your parents after this.
Can I have Peon Jr. sprout like a cactus-like shape in my palm?
Right as the music turned creepy. Absolutely.
My son.
Right.
He's very useful.
And does it... I guess you have some sort of mental link? Is it a... How does your arm still work correctly? You have feeling in your hand?
Yeah, I still feel my hand. I feel my entire arm.
Well, I think that one of the details was that the area below it's kind of like numbed significantly.
I kind of feel it in my arm.
Like I think that I said that. If I didn't say it, I definitely thought it.
Also, you can just say that you made a deal. Because that is correct.
Shut up, you're not here.
I could.
I'm helping. I am the inner voice of all of you. You cannot make me go
That's
away.
me.
No, that's me.
Wow, my inner voice suddenly is a lot lower pitched. Crazy.
Well, I mean, it does make sense.
mean, granted, my inner voice is just peon at this point. So. Me and my son have a mutually beneficial, symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
I feed it, and then he helps me not die.
Well, that's... I guess I'll ask this. Do you trust that parasite?
Yeah. Do you not trust my son?
Not particularly, but I do trust you. So if you believe that they will act with the best of intentions, then I have to believe you are correct.
Is there a reason I shouldn't trust it?
You never know whenever something grafts itself into you.
I mean, yes, but you also never know when you're traveling through multiple planes of existence, fighting things that you never dreamed you could ever see. So,
I didn't say at any time things would be normal.
I mean, you're right.
So if you trust it, I might be able to spend some time more analyzing it, I guess you could say, helping it adapt to where it currently lives.
You want to bond with your grandson!
We're visiting
That's
your parents after
fantastic.
this. This needs to stop.
I mean,
after this needs to stop.
I don't care. I'll see Mom too. I like my other mom. But not my other mom. I don't like that mom.
There's a third?
Yes.
And what
Number
is she?
Number 3 is my birth mother.
Okay.
She's a goblin. Number 2 is the mother who raised me. She's an orc. And then your mom, number 1.
Gotcha. Why? Hold on. Why do you place me above the one who raised you? Hello. Whichever. Of more important. Okay.
Arbitrary number system.
Arbitrary numbers. Gotcha.
Like calculus.
I'm a druid.
So am I.
Alright, well. Eat up. I'll see if I can do anything to better ensure... What you call them? PJ?
Yes, PJ. Peon Jr. The second.
There was a Peon Jr. before this one?
No.
Arbitrary
he's the
numbering
sec-
conventions?
He is the second peon, thus he is number 2, but he's also my junior.
You have a tentative grasp on language, but it's okay. Come on, finish your food and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, Mom. And then Peon takes the entire pretzel, just shoves it in his mouth, and swallows it without chewing.
Con save.
Fuck. Oh, what's my character sheet? Oh, I don't
You
have
have
it
a
next to
+5.
me. I'm glad you know that.
Because I put your con to 20. And I don't believe druids have proficiency in con saves.
No.
8.
Joke on the pretz.
Fuck.
Shit gets really dicey for approximately 3 seconds. And then you are saved by, quote-unquote, Mom.
Thank you, Mother.
Chew your food.
Okay. Then he slowly takes the pretzel again and starts eating it in small bites.
Okay. Some other time. Let's take the camera to the people that just warped. Alright. So. The warpening happens. The intro of the warpening is really weird. And then whenever you come to, the area that you are in is different. Around you is what you recognize as buildings and, like, even some streets and various, like, architecture. But it's like the one who designed it was allergic to straight lines. Everything is curved in some way, shape, or another, and it has a general, like, bubble shape to it. Additionally, things aren't all placed on the same axis. Some of the areas and entryways, legit, like, there's a path near you that curves upward and then eventually ends up with, like, a building that has a doorway that is 90 degrees, like, impossible for you to enter from your current standing point.
Ooh.
Right. So, Callahan didn't really explain it all that well. Don't be violent and don't have violent thoughts or you're gonna die. Thumbs up. And while he says thumbs up, he actually gives a thumbs up.
Okay.
I give a thumbs up back.
Additional detail, the air here is heavy.
Like hard to breathe heavy or
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
you feel it on you. It's very, like, thick.
Sulfur hexafluoride thick or carbon dioxide thick?
No comment. Alright, take a second. Adjust your breathing, get used to the fact that now your only point of actual gravitation is at your feet. You jump, God save you.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
What?
You don't jump. Don't jump. Just walk.
Why?
Because you won't stop.
Okay.
Jumping will turn to flying, flying will turn to upward falling, and upward falling will turn to death. Eventually.
Everything here is illuminated, but you look up and you don't really see, like, a ceiling or anything. It just eventually fades out of light and into darkness. As to what that means, I am not at liberty to say.
Huh.
Been here before?
You were here once before.
Just double checking.
It was, not your best time.
It takes some getting used to. And new lungs. Gotta get used to it again. New body.
So, for the sake of it, Jodax, since most of the other people are gone and the only one left is what I'm going to assume is one of your trusted friends and allies. If you have any questions, I'll answer them. In the meantime, follow me. We need to take you to where we can do some adjustments.
Yes,
Alright.
about that. Adjustments?
Yeah. Got something in mind? Or just leave it to us?
Something in mind? Not particularly. They didn't know it was possible until, you said something.
It's best not to say things, otherwise they tend to get ambitious. And if they do that, they tend to overreach, and then suddenly we're under attack.
That's a very fair point. Absolutely understandable. Well,
As you begin walking, you can see some other, like, recognizable people just wandering around. in various planes, like axis planes. And every now and then you see just kind of awkwardly suction cupping onto the ground a few like true mind flayer / illithids, which to describe them are, think of your standard human, take off their head, replace it with Cthulhu's head,
and then slim Cthulhu's head down.
Yes. Turn them generally purplish, and then give their appendages more of a tentacly appearance. Additionally, bedeck them in wizard robes because really it's hard to do tentacle bodies otherwise.
I would say sorcerer robes because they always had the flair for the dramatic like sorcerers did.
They wear armor, dog.
Oh, wizards don't wear armor conventionally. Sorcerers have proficiency in light armor, I think.
But you get the idea with the flowingness of it.
Yeah.
The questions also do extend to you there, Vashnir. I guess I have to give a spiel.
What did that pertain?
What?
Yeah. Shit. Hopefully I respond. It's the right thing you're saying, like, don't get, look.
Take a minute to formulate your thoughts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You were gonna say?
I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm
Shit.
gone. No.
If it comes back to you, tell me. You guys continue walking through. Eventually you come to an area that it looks a bit like a dock, except it's just pure inky void off next to it. And a proper squid ship flumps into location. And then you see some individuals disembark and bring a few various things on board and off board. The crew seems to be largely comprised of other, like, recognizable humanoids, with the squid people being very few and far between. They are certainly in the minority.
Is it safe to squid ship that the Gizinki had?
It's the same type of squid ship that they have, yes.
It just looks totally different.
It looks like it hasn't been taken over by Githyanki pirates.
That's very descriptive. Understood.
Like it's still clean.
Clean, sparkly, new-ish.
Wouldn't say that.
As new as a ship that isn't new could be.
Well, hell, if you don't have anything for me to really add to your questionings, those guys back there in the medical unit basically gave a pretty damn good overview.
Well, I was thinking there's not a whole lot for me to ask that isn't asking about this place.
But you can ask about this place.
Okay, so why are those buildings sideways?
It has to deal with how this particular place is situated.
And some people like them type
And
of
some
houses,
people are just
or-
weird and like that kind of thing.
Well, that has less to do with it than anything else. This is a particularly hidden realm. You haven't been here
Gravity
for
isn't
too long. What'd you start to say?
So gravity isn't the same as it is on the main material plane
No.
where we were.
For fear of you freaking out and floating away, I'm not going to go into to the specifics. Just know that your feet will keep you planted.
I'm just gonna look at my feet, see if there's anything going on.
No. They're just... Every time you step, it's just securely on the ground.
I'm going to accept that as an answer and not ask any further questions related to it.
He doesn't want to explain it, so I'm not gonna.
I feel like I don't want to know.
I've gone over what happens whenever we explain it. And whenever we did explain it, about 4 people floated away.
I
Of
did.
their own volition, or
I'm
like they got kicked out.
figuring that one out. Again, you want to float away.
Not particularly.
Alright.
That sounds like a bad thing.
I don't want to take risks here.
I do.
Strick begins to think about how in this plane, it's really your thoughts that are determining how it is your gravity goes. And as a result, you remember, oh yeah, you're Strick, and then you just keep walking.
Yeah, exactly.
You like stop and get all flumpy for a moment, and then you just keep going. Right. Well, maybe you'll come up with something whenever he's in the vat. Vashnu, you already know what Jodak is, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You also know he's not a threat to you or yours. And neither are the rest of us.
I do.
Cool.
Save the purple ones sometimes if they want to get if they want to be assholes or you're assholes to them.
It has to deal with other factors.
But it's still true.
Yeah.
I mean, the purple ones almost started a war, for fuck's sake.
Well, they have several times.
Well, I'm talking about recently, over there.
They have several times.
Fair.
Something about the process that turns them into that just... Something gets lost.
Isn't it like a tadpole on their brain?
Yeah, but it's also kind of gross. And weirdly intimate.
I mean, it can't be much worse than cutting out someone's brain and attaching legs to it. And then putting it back.
You know, as well as I do, that's not really what happens.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see if they'd freak out.
How do you not float away?
What?
How do you not float away?
Because I'm straight.
Right. Before we get into this, Jodak, you may have noticed, I believe, that you received an increase in your abilities some time ago. I'm going to assume that's why you look like you do now, because if memory serves, you were quite attached to your previous form.
Then he died.
Actually. I was confused for a little bit. That was mildly concerning. Actually, no, greatly concerning.
So as a general thing, do you want to talk about what the hell it is you're doing playing hero over there? It's fine, our interests coincide, but... Just wondering if it's a personal thing or not.
Me?
mean, I don't think it was originally. You just asked me to go to Diakov.
I told you to go to Diakov.
Right? You told me to go to Diakov. I went to Diakov. Then I met Vashnir. Just started. Nothing super personal originally. Then the guests started attacking. I wanted to get rid of them. I kinda don't like them too much. So, really, I don't know what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. I'm just kind of doing it.
Well, let's give the optimistic answer. You've moved past the past tragedies, and you've made friends and have, well-meaning goals, and this, that, and the other thing.
You have well-meaning goals, you have to have goals. I believe I've made friends. I kind of want to help them with what they're doing. So,
Okay,
I
stop
think
right
it's
there. Hey,
better.
Vashnir, has he made
Okay.
friends?
What do you like? Besides, like us?
Well,
Has
is
Jodak made friends?
is
with
Jodak
you?
your friend?
Yeah. Why wouldn't he be?
Because it seems like he doubts himself.
That could be a personal conflict within his own brainscape.
Why don't you think
I have
we're
a
friends?
whole other set of thoughts.
No, it's not
Yeah.
for me.
I was asking him, why doesn't he think we're friends?
He's right there, like right behind you.
I'm like looking at him.
You have to be sure sometimes. I mean,
You're either
Cameron.
friends or you're not.
I kind
Cameron.
of died in front of you, and you suddenly saw me walking around as a little brain.
We're gonna come here from
Thanks.
Vashnir, so feel free to narrate whatever the hell happens next.
Bear hug.
But you're not much stronger than me. No, you're much stronger than I am there.
I was about to say.
We just tell you. What?
Roll a strength check. Everyone needs to have their back popped, and this is finally a golden opportunity.
I wish someone was strong enough to pop my
Need to
back.
roll a opposing strength check.
Are you really going to try to stop this man?
I might be able to. I'm
Gonna
not
try?
going to. God, just
Blackout.
make things worse.
Alright then.
I'm not going to try. That's just bad all around for me.
It is. So that's
It's
why I'm
easier just to let things
confused.
happen.
All right.
I just wish I saved the natural 20 for something else.
What Vashnir
I'm
get?
using my phone since I'm outside.
Oh.
It likes to be slow.
Every time we swap to you, it's in a not great timing.
No, like the,
Much for not having to roll dice.
like the screen just goes black. Okay, there we go. Loaded. 18.
No resistance. Snap, crackle, pop, pop, crackle. Kunk.
Yeah, that's how you turn into a brain. I've also saw an old friend of mine. His blood jumped back into his body after cutting his hand. Do you not remember that?
I think most people will be weirded out by that. Just a little bit.
And I now have parasites inside my body, which caused me to regrow my arm back.
Can we have some?
I found some kind of potion bottle thing.
Can we
You
have
did,
some blood?
Okay.
Cool. Deal with that later.
Yeah. Oh, I was supposed to just cut my hand.
No, not now.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
don't do that. Don't waste the blood.
Everyone must forget. I've been here 5 seconds.
But your friend seems earnest, Jodak, if nothing else.
Don't forget to
Didn't I
walk.
also dive in front of something for you at some point?
Not for me. That
No,
was
no,
for
He's for sure done it for Tadori.
No, he did do one
Definitely
for
for
you
Tadori.
as well.
I did at the very
He has
beginning.
done it for Tadori three. He has done it for Tadori 3 times, and he has done it once for Jodak. I remember.
Did
I
jump
got
He's
it.
done it
down
for Neon
Guardian.
yet.
Remember, I jumped down and I almost died to the first big monster thing that we ran away from. Then we came back and killed it.
It's been a long time, man.
I remember. 'Cause
That's why I
almost
said
died.
he did it once
Remember.
for
I
Jodak for
almost
sure,
didn't
and he's done it
remember.
3 times for Tadori.
The initial Guardian fight, you were climbing the rope, got knocked the fuck out, he left his celebratory drinks in the tunnel, and jumped into the fucking hole.
I didn't get knocked out. I just didn't get the rope yet. Then he jumped to the hole before I could get to the rope.
Yeah, Kieran got knocked the fuck out. No, Kieran made it up to the top and jumped down with him, then got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. So I just died to the rope.
You weren't looking good, so I just said, fuck it. I had full health. I jumped down.
Yep, that is correct. He did do that.
It was before you knew what information you know now. People change when they, learn you've been hiding information.
I mean, to be fair, that's incorrect because, like, you are still you, even though if you are a brain on legs.
Still doesn't hurt to be cautious.
Okay,
So you got explode.
Jodak, you're a
does.
cagey fuck, and that's coming from me. But recognize whenever you have found friends. Because
It also does hurt to
very-
be cautious because when you're overly cautious, you start stabbing out at people you don't need to be stabbing out at.
Hey, Strag,
Yeah.
I was talking.
Oh yeah. That happens.
Don't.
Okay.
It kind of hops a little forward.
So basically, it looks like you have a friend. And given what I know of your current circumstances, that's probably one of the most valuable things you're ever going to have. Let them know it from time to time. Alright?
Sir, do make sure of it.
Okay. Quicken our pace. Past some areas where it's more residential. And we should be over to the lab in no time. At which point in time, Vashnir, I'll have Strig take you in the direction that the people you would need to speak with are. And Jodak, you and I will head elsewhere. Alright?
Serious, sir?
Every now and then as you're walking, like off in the distance, you see what appears to be like a solid steel, almost like spider-like creature. Just kind of going from building to building.
I wonder what happened if I was still Bartimus here.
What'd you say?
So I wonder what happened if I would summon Bartimus here.
Listen. I'm not gonna stop you.
I said no violent thoughts. I
That's
don't
thinking
believe
about.
summoning a friend is a violent thought.
Well, you know the violent thoughts are
Scared.
because Elifid gets scared.
Yeah.
And they tend to act impulsively whenever that happens. And sadly, at this point in time, their impulses are largely make the thing that's scaring them dead. If I've never seen a dumber group of smart people in my life. And I worked politics for fucking... Ugh. Well, actually, Vashnir, since you're going to be donating something to us, is there anything from here that you might like as a memento? We have various tinctures and objects that you could possibly find useful, if you point us in the right direction.
Useful how?
Very skilled enchanters and crafters.
Oh, we could always do with that.
Yeah. Probably nothing custom built because you're just here for a little bit, but still. Alright. Follow me. We are almost where we need to part ways.
Alright.
Hey, boss.
Hello?
Where is it I'm taking them again?
The laboratory you're taking him is down that hallway, up that corridor, and 2 lefts and a right after that.
Hey, new guy, remember that.
2 left to the right.
Not you, the other one.
Why?
Don't
He's coming
keep
with
on
me.
going in that direction.
God damn it. Fine.
How's the streak? For what it's worth, I do apologize. But,
What? What?
it's okay.
What happened now? Why are you apologizing?
I did not like the direction of conversation you were having with Jodak, and I thought to turn it in a different way. Didn't want you
What
to take
direction?
offense to me telling you to
What
be quiet.
direction?
It's
Oh.
okay.
Oh. No, you're boss. You tell me to shut up, I shut up.
Yeah.
I don't take offense.
Alright. Vashnir Strig, you go that way. Jodak, come with me. Jodak!
I'll follow.
Tim,
We are absolutely getting lost for 5 minutes. If Sprague has to lead you somewhere, you are absolutely getting lost.
I'm going to actually need you to roll a dice, because you can run into some hairy shit if you don't go where you're supposed to be going.
He's trying, but he doesn't know where
That's
to go.
fine! It's also, there's some hairy shit here. So, but over to Jodak. Jodak, you are led into a very large chamber inside of a large, like, sealed container of some sort. You see a drastically oversized brain. Attached to it, at a couple different points, are various little, like, tubule looking things. They don't appear to be of the same matter that the brain is, and they actually strike you more as similar to, of like a similar, composition as the controller thing, whenever you saw one of those.
that's what you're doing with that.
Am I rolling a flat d20 or?
It'll be straight rolling it.
It's me rolling it, and is it a flat d20?
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
19.
Well, not yet. You shut up. Not there yet. We'll get to you. We gotta finish this scene first, then I move to the next.
No.
Otherwise, I forget things.
Brain with tubes.
Yeah,
Ain't tubes in a controller.
similar composition.
Materials.
Tell me.
Alright. Come this way and you're led past it. Have a seat on this table. Going to have to be removed. We'll make sure that your current body is kept alive. and then we'll put you back. Is there anything in
What's that?
particular that you're trying for? I ask one more time.
Anything in particular? Do you have any suggestions?
Well, we've had some that come in here and decide that they can't deal with having a host body that is not their original body, so they implant the means of which to morph it to their original form. You have some that like attack increases and as such bolster the psionic energy in such a way that it can be expelled outward. You have some that like defensive abilities. Magical enhancements, this, that, the other thing. Dealer's choice. Not dealer's choice. A player's choice, really.
In that case, can I have a sort of... I don't know how to say it, psionic shielding type thing?
Improve psionic abilities such that they can manifest in a defensive manner.
Yes,
well.
exactly.
We will see what can be done.
Thank you very much.
You
mind if I ask
will-
you one
if
last
you
question?
Do increase your psionics, it's likely that you're going to have to readjust to dull the voices, as it were. What's your question?
Oof. Okay. Okay. Actually, that might be able to wait till later.
Well, ask it now before you get a searing headache. Body ache. Everything ache? How would you word that?
Free ache.
Just an ache?
Just an ache.
Omni ache.
The ache.
Of course it's fine if you don't answer, but are you related to the Emperor or have some sort of attachment to him in some way? Anakin Emperor, or I mean,
Well,
The only
given
one.
that I don't know of another emperor, I assume that's who we were talking to. We've interacted several times.
rather familiar with each other. I wasn't sure if that was ethnicity, hostility, or just companionship.
I can give a history lesson, or I can go into my sordid bent, surely, traumatic backstory. But I don't really know if we want to do that or if we have the time.
It was just a simple question. Yes,
I
no.
know the bastard, they know me. We are on friendly enough terms.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else?
Suppose I'm. There's nothing else. Suppose I'm ready enough.
Alright. Sit here, someone will be along to inject you with a sedative shortly.
Sit here quietly, waiting patiently.
After some time, one of the big freaky alien dudes kind of warbles over to you and pulls out a scary looking dentist needle, and then the world goes dark. Meanwhile, you rolled a 19?
Yeah.
Cool. There's no other way to say this.
Yeah.
You enter one of the doorways and you see row upon row of
What do you want?
individuals that have been immobilized and kept in place via various mechanisms.
Yeah. Are they being tadpoleified?
You see one of them being tadpoleified, and you see another one of the elephants going over too, and then you hear some cracking noises.
Well, this is the wrong room. Hey, you. Dwarf, forget what you just saw.
You see the blood from the individual that just got cracked into begin to float across the area.
Hey, dwarf. Dwarf, listen, this is the wrong place, wrong time. We're not supposed to be here. We need to go. Okay? Cool. Let's go.
Get it.
Forget everything you just saw.
Okay.
And he turns around and tries to figure out what corner he fucked up on.
Roll a dice.
God damn it! Middle of the road.
What is it?
10.
Okay.
Middle of the road. Ow.
Alrighty then. Hiccups. You head down some various other pathways and open another door. Whenever you do so, you instantly realize that you are in the Seeker Room because it is covered in that mithril-like web substance.
Close the door immediately. Nope. Open the door, see the mithril web, close it immediately.
Alright.
Don't even give the other person with me a time to see what the fuck is in that door.
I say mithril-like because it is light and strong. This one is, however,
I
white.
know.
This is white and mithril and the setting's pink because I don't know. Oh, right.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, mithril in its raw state is pink anyway. When you refine it, it becomes like a bluish, I think, but doesn't matter. Or the other way around, doesn't matter. Anyway.
Hey, what did I tell you to remember?
There's enough to remember.
Not that one. Like, which way were we supposed to go?
2 lefts and a right.
2 lefts and a right. Down a hallway and then up a corridor, they said, right?
Believe so.
I see where I fucked up. I made 3 lefts. Anyway, let's go.
Roll a dice.
God damn.
This is Strig. He is dumb. Middle of the road again.
Another 10.
If I end up back at the mithril bastard.
You are 99% sure this is a different door. You open it, there are webs.
Ah!
The Seeker kind of like pokes an arm into the little doorway and skettles its head
Hi.
and looks at you.
I'm lost.
It like camera shutter closes the 2 metallic eyes that you can currently see.
This happens a lot. Don't blink at me. This happens a lot. You know it does.
It blinks at you.
I gotta go to the lab. Do you know where the lab is?
It tilts its head. Nods.
Can you take us to the lab?
Tink, tink, tink. Clatters into the hallway. And then takes you down a pathway.
I'm gonna follow the Seeker.
It's spider-like in design, but it's only got 6 legs.
I remember kicking the other one to death almost. And running away from it at one point.
Well, there was a whole one in the other campaign, and it beat the shit out of everyone.
We won that fight eventually.
You shot the building it was on with a cannon, and it scuttled away.
I count that as a win.
It counts it as the next time it saw you, you were non-aggressive. Or non-aggressor. So it couldn't murder you. But you are led into the lab. There's an initial start at the Seeker wandering in, and then they see
Thank you, buddy.
and it all makes sense.
Thank you, buddy, and I'm just gonna pat it on the head if I'm allowed to.
Tink tink.
Really appreciate it.
Clatters away.
You're not as mean as the other one.
It's the same one.
Is it really? Drake doesn't know this. It's a wonder why Strig is still alive.
But you go into this area, and this seems to be... Yeah, this is the lab as you were informed to go to. You see various lab-looking things. And we're talking beakers. We're talking an experiment that may or may not have been in the fridge for 3 weeks. We're talking goop.
May or may not have been
Nondescript.
human. May or may not have been human.
Off in the corner, you can see, like, some... You can see some goo material-esque looking things. Just kind of doing their thing. They're contained.
Hey! Hey! Lab tech!
They realize that it's you, and they make sure the goo is contained, and interpose themselves, just in case. Yeah, what?
This guy's gotta have a thing. Callahan told me to bring him here. I got lost.
As in a thing from here? What? Hi. Who are you? Not you, Strake.
Good thing you clarified. I was gonna tell you.
Name is Vashnia.
Hi. Do you know why you're here?
Something in his blood.
Does he need treatment for something? Or...
No,
I think
there's
we're
one.
getting something.
Okay, to be examined.
Maybe?
Depending on the results, would you like treated for something?
I remember!
Uh-huh.
He has something in his blood that made him super strong. Callahan wants to know what that is, so we want to examine his blood.
That works.
And then he gets something for it.
Something... Does it just depend on what he wants?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what Callahan said. As long as it's not like special order, make it. Because we
All
don't
right.
have time.
Well, if you could come over here and allow me to take some of your blood to examine.
Alright, I'm just gonna hold up my hand.
Here, if you could, I need to make it a little bit more. Your armor's a little bit, actually, yeah, your armor's a little bit in the way. Please remove your damn braces. Sit on this. Here, I'll get you a stool. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, hold your arm out.
Hold up my arm.
Need to tie this here. They do that weird actual doctor thing.
You could! You really could!
They do that weird yet real thing where they like look at your veins and then go, nice veins.
Thank you.
Well, still. They
Okay.
stab a few. They drain a few. And then they put what they drained into its own separate little container. Kind of swirl it around a little bit before topping it off. Alright.
You could just let me cut my hand.
I like to keep the space clean. Additionally, there are some things that, if given the chance to access blood, would love to do so. Also, it probably wouldn't do what you want it to.
Why did you hide the goop from me?
I'm not hiding the goop from you. I'm simply standing in between it and you.
Why?
As last time you sneezed too hard, flew off the floor, understepped back, and almost broke the containment device!
That's true. That you standing in the way wouldn't have stopped anything.
No, but I can try to make sure I can counterspell it.
There.
Okay, well, thanks for this. Were you given a destination for your, recompense? Not recompense. What's the word? Get it in return for something.
Trade?
Not a trade. Starts with an R.
Recompense?
Maybe. Arik equals recompense.
Not it.
Compensation!
There we go.
That doesn't start with an R!
But it doesn't have one in it either. Listen, shut up. I'm not good at words. Please return to where you came from, and I imagine someone will greet you.
Oh
And
no,
take you where
I
you need
can't
to
do
go.
that.
You turn around, the Seeker's already gone.
The seeker left already.
Well, sucks.
I'm gonna thunderstep again.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna do it.
I will tell them to change the cafeteria again.
What? Change it to what? I don't even eat here. What kind of threat is that? All I have to do is pop in and out, and I can go eat somewhere else.
They just sit there smugly knowing that you like that particular cookie, and nowhere else has it.
Stupid to realize that, though. You know this. I don't even think Strake has Thunderstep right now.
Doesn't matter.
Where are you? There you are. Do you? Oh, never mind. He does.
What's up?
I was just figuring out what the fuck Strake had and didn't have.
You know I could make you stupid for, like, the rest of your life, right?
Please don't.
Not you, him.
What, no secondary, please don't. I see where I stand.
I was talking to you! Anyway. You got, like, a map? I can read those.
Just head back into the hall. You can figure it out. I apparently have to examine this blood.
I can't say those words. I can't say those words. Okay. Come on. Guy whose name I think starts with a B. Let's go.
Okay.
Greg tries to retrace his steps.
Roll a dice for being bad at directions.
What is your feet? Oh, they suck. That's what they are. Great. Ugh.
7.
Cool.
It didn't even roll. It just landed on a 7.
Lucky number.
You open a door, and
how this is
you
going.
quickly realize you were at the bottom of the biomass pit.
Wait, biomass pit. Isn't that where they are?
No.
Where the hell is the biomass pit?
This is where the bodies go.
Oh. Oh. So I open a door and it smells real bad.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Well, that wasn't the right way. Shit. I don't presume I was supposed to kill you, was I?
Wait, what?
I'll take that as a no. Come on, let's go this way. 2 left turns and a right. Yeah, okay, I got it.
You proceed to try to do that exact thing, but coming from the other direction, thereby ensuring that you will never... Alright. Please roll dice in this dice rolling game.
Natural 1!
You make it back to the entryway.
Hey, I did it! This is where we're supposed to go, right?
Before too long, Callahan finds you there. Actually, no, he's already waiting because y'all got lost for a real fucking long time. Alright,
I did it!
What?
I made it.
Right.
And with no help from anyone or anything else.
Deception check.
I choose to fail.
Okay.
This
You
trick
say
is
that, Callahan
decent
walks
liar, but
over
not great.
and brushes off some of the webbing. Right.
Hey. You really should put a lock on that door.
No. Why would I ever do that?
A lock that it can access. Also, why is that one nicer than the other one?
What?
That one helped out. The other one's a dick.
Whatever. Okay. Vashnier, did you decide what type of thing you wanted? It's memento, it's not like a big whatever. Unless you're going for like a potion or something.
Unless you were absolutely going for a big whatever.
No.
Just necklace is fine or something.
What'd you say?
Like a necklace, amulet, something like that. That's fine.
Alright. I think there's probably one that you can like. Here. They go into a nearby room and come out a few moments later with a mainly silver necklace. The actual bauble on the necklace is a fairly sized purple gem set in a little silvery frame. It's of a oval appearance. Basic magic item. It'll let you know if somebody's reading your thoughts.
That'd be handy.
Glows slightly whenever you put it on.
Yeah.
Do keep in mind that if Jodak's maintaining communication telepathically, it'll be glowing then as well. So its actual use, I don't know. But it can alert you to whenever something you don't know is doing that. So, yeah.
Can't you make it glow different colors?
No, not that one. Additionally here. And they'll get out a dagger. It seems to be made out of the same, metallic silk-like stuff that you saw in the other room. Always nice to have.
Thank you.
This dagger is a dagger, but it is a +2.
Ooh.
That's all it does.
Okay. Let's do dagger.
Alright, Jodak will be out in a while.
Well, we gotta wait 8 hours anyway.
What? You can't get back, can you?
I only have one of those.
That's fine. Here, I'll lead you to some lodging.
Cyanide.
Eventually, you're gonna get better at that, right?
Unless I can randomly pick up other classes' ability to cast spells at the same level, no.
Figure it out. Do recall that with Warlock Invocations, I said yo. Or not invocations, but Mystic Arcanums. I said yo. The idea that you can have spell slots above this level, but you can only cast these spells one time is really dumb. So if you have a better spell slot, you can use it to cast a lower level spell. Or higher,
then I can do it twice.
cast other things. Oh, so you can do the thing. You just didn't know about it from your own abilities. Gotcha. So mid-conversation, thought bubble, light bulb inside of Strake's brain.
You can go home now.
I thought we couldn't.
I was lied to?
Wrong. The word you're looking for is wrong.
was lied to.
Right.
I'm-
By
I'm-
yourself.
I'm 100% sure that that's the correct answer.
Vashner, come with me. I'll lead you to some lodging.
Hey!
Okay.
What?
Come with me.
What? You can go wherever the hell you want. Just be back whenever I get Jodak. I'll send a little thought bubble at you. You want to go to the lodging too?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
I get back here.
What'd you say?
I don't know how to get back here.
Right. They lead you down a corridor and open a door, and inside is a relatively well-furnished room that has nets everywhere. It's more of a hammock situation.
Except 360-degree hammock.
Yep. More of a cocoon situation.
I was about to say, so it's more likely a cocoon.
Things get weird whenever people go to sleep.
Cocoon! Dive in.
Your friend should be done in about an hour or so. Do what you can to try to, like, make him realize that fact. Like, I know it's gonna be beating a dead horse at this point, but from what I understand, supposedly you guys are, quote unquote, the hope of the plane. So,
I remember when I was that.
you gotta make him see that regardless of the various differences between all of you, you're a team. Got that?
Personally,
Yes.
I gotcha.
Jodek's a good soul. Lead him well.
I will.
Oh my god, Callahan has emotions.
You see an eye twitch. And they grab you by the scuff. Pull you 3 feet into the air. And then release you, floating there.
I land on the ground.
You do not.
Damn it.
Stay there.
I walk forward.
You begin to walk, but you are gyroscoped into the same location.
So I'm just walking in a circle.
Yes,
Like I'm
basically.
stuck inside a sphere.
Yes.
Upside down, I'm gonna look at Vashnir.
Hey, this is why you're not allowed to jump.
And then I'm gonna Misty Step to the ground.
You do not.
Why not?
Because you can't send a magic outside of the sphere.
Oh, motherfuck, I'm stuck here.
Yes.
God damn it. Hey. Let me go.
No.
Why?
Sorry, Vashnir, but he's your problem for the next hour and a half. I'm going to go to the canteen. Do you want anything?
What? Why? What'd I do?
I just need a moment.
I'll have some tea.
Cool. It'll come in a bag. That's life. I'm sorry. And then they walk off.
Gonna buy the hole in one of the corners of the bag. Just drink it from there.
Well, they're not back yet. But
Oh,
Kodak's still
Life.
cooking. I didn't know if James Lestrade had anything he wanted to say, or if you wanted to say anything to him. Yes, this is a weird little goblin man that you have seen before. Back in the way back when.
How's life?
harsh.
How harsh? I come from Ragtash, so it's pretty fucking harsh there.
My arm got vaporized not too long ago.
You got turned to a brain with legs. Willingly. I also got fire breath by a dragon. And steam breath by a fucking dragon turtle.
The dragon that we fought, did it stab me or like crush me with rocks all around when I was on its back?
In that one, it spawned a shit ton of sharp projectiles in the air and then ran you through with them.
That happened.
Damn. That must have sucked.
A little bit.
So what are you exactly?
A dwarf.
No, I know that part. Like, you seem important. Why?
No.
And you have a lot of orcs following you around, which makes no sense.
Killed their leader. And
Oh, now it makes sense.
it was a duel.
Yep, nope, I understand. Anyway, on to the other question that was before that question. What are you?
General of the army for my father.
Who's your dad? You like a king or something?
Kinda. Not a king, just a lord. Right?
You know, there's a weird wizard over in Galadrius who could probably help out a lot.
Got a name?
What the fuck was Rain's character's name?
It was Joey Fist for some unexplainable reason, but if Strake's been checking up on him, then he knows that he's in that elven, like, just can't do shit mode at the moment.
Wait, never mind, I remember. He's in a, he has hit the
It's colloquially
Nihil.
known as the Funk.
He has hit the Nihil, the Funk. That's the other term it's known as. He's like, stopped doing everything and just kind of sitting around. Though Galadrius is a pretty good place to go to. Like, there's a lot of stuff there. There's some snake people there that were really, weird. I mean, for fuck's sake, last thing I remember, I don't know if he's still alive or not, but last thing I remember, I was recruited by a tomato that was sentient. Which was fucking weird.
How does that work?
Dude, I don't know. He gave us orders. I don't know how else it works.
Alright.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, there's a lot of people over there that were kind of like you guys. They were like the what do you call it? Heroes of Galadrius. They stopped like the plague at the time. Or whatever the fuck they wanted to call it. I don't think anybody still lives on the Galadrius except for the elf dude. And the one cleric dude. I don't remember. You just might find a lot of information out. 'Cause there's a lot of weird things over there, and there's a lot of weird things that may be found out over there. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool place.
Keep that in mind. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, can you grab my sphere and put it in a canoe? Or canoe? Brain? What?
Boat
Put it in a
appears.
hammock. Put it in a hammock. Cocoon. Cocoon! That's the word.
You want me to grab what?
I'm stuck in a sphere. But I'm not stuck in a... Listen, just put your hands on me. Pick me up and put me in a hammock.
I'm gonna stick him in a hammock.
You grab the goblin. Make a strength check. You attempt to move the goblin.
By the way, he's been talking to you upside down this whole time.
Okay.
That cannot be Strig's health. That cannot be correct.
21.
21?
Yep.
Okay. You pull on the goblin, Strig, ow. But
Ow!
as you try to move him, you find that specifically the place where his feet are will not move. Like, you can yank, you might be able to, like, rip if you tried, but he ain't going nowhere.
Wow, you're pulling me in half!
Okay, I'm just gonna stop pulling. You're not gonna move.
Yeah, I know. This is not the first time this has happened. I don't float away, though. It's weird.
Alejandro turns with the T, pats Strig, who immediately falls to the ground. What's this?
Did you bring me a cookie?
They reach into their, they reach into an inside pocket in their vest. Withdraw a cookie.
Is that one for me, or are you gonna eat it again?
They offer you the cookie.
I reach out for the cookie?
Reach out for the cookie.
Yeah.
Your hand is hovering over the cookie.
I go to take the cookie.
You clasp down upon the cookie. Do you retract your arm?
Yeah.
You take the cookie.
Listen, dog, it's not the first time he's convinced me that I can have a cookie and then eaten the cookie right in front of me. There are very few things you can do to punish Strig. This is one of them.
Okay, let's do it this way. Vashnir, you have a short rest. So does Strig, if that matters. And
I get all my spells back.
all your ones underneath a certain level, anyway.
Yeah. Which I never used.
Jodak, you're done cooking, and you have the ache, which is to say, brain
Ow.
pain. You get resituated into yourself. I need to send you a thing, and I'll do so after this, or sometime tomorrow if you remind me that I need to stat it out.
I will remind you next week.
Don't remind me next week.
I will remind you after the session's over.
Don't remind me after the session's over. Just like fucking whenever you wake up
I'll
tomorrow.
remind you at some point during the week. Eventually.
Because I got like
I'll wake
a
up- I have to wake up
7-hour
early tomorrow.
stint where I'm just sitting in one location tomorrow. But before that, I need to make it to a class at fucking 9. Which means I need to leave here by 8.
I have to wake up early tomorrow because I gotta go in for a job interview from 3 different places, so.
And alrighty. Jodak, whenever you get outside of the ache, you feel pretty good. To be honest. That's
Everything hurts, but
ominous.
it feels pretty
Why?
good.
Hold on.
That was,
No.
that was very ominous. What the fuck?
What was with the death bell? Who'd that come
Sounds
from?
like- It came from Medina's microphone, but
Okay,
it sounds like
Medina's
Undertaker's
microphone.
theme song.
It's The Handmaid's Tale, I think. There's some bells ringing in it.
Okay.
Mm.
But just, you feel pretty good. Bong. Mayhaps I was
Ominous.
wrong.
It was ominous as fuck and very well timed.
Okay, impending doom aside, you get yourselves back together. and Strig will teleport you back to where you were. It is sometime later. Do Peon or Tadori have anything that they want to do with any of the people still located at the festival? Because if so, we can do that at the start of next time.
Tadori is just basically going to be sitting in with Therapy Hack for as long as he's allowed to.
But are you like doing a therapy session, which I imagine you don't want to actually RP out? Because we might be there for a while.
It is pretty much a therapy session, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to
And
really...
it is up to you if we act that out.
I don't really want to do that, because it'll be a long time.
Hey, it's Tadori, not me.
Yeah. Peon?
I have nothing I want to, or no one I want to talk to.
Alright. Your matriarch would have you visit your parents. That can either be a scene, or you can fast forward it if you really don't want to do that.
We can fast forward it,
Alright.
but I want to give my parents a lollipop each.
Okay. Quick summarization. They're still doing well. They're a bit fucking worried because a nearby war boss has been gaining traction in Raktash. And they're worried that their little area will become part of the next actual target.
Oh yeah, I gotta take down another war boss.
If you want. That's the main problem that they're currently experiencing. Other than that, they're glad you're doing well, and with everyone explaining the heroics that you're doing, you get the sense that they approve.
Yay.
But that now gives you the side quest of War Boss and Raktesh. But I mean, you're the Band of Iron.
We always have side quests. We only ever do side quests. What are you talking about?
No, I just mean you're the Band of Iron.
Yeah, and we
That
need more
means
members.
nothing.
What are you talking about?
But if that means nothing to you guys, then we've done this wrong, because it should mean you're fucking badasses.
Yeah, we need more members.
Another war boss, another army to take under.
We need
Take over.
more members. We lost half of them when they went off in a fucking little escapade to the bad place.
You guys really need to figure out what the fuck it is you're doing there. Because you have orcs in a hyperbolic time chamber, and you should do something with them.
Well, we have a ship that could probably pop in there and get them out. It can't, doesn't it? Can't, yeah. Yeah.
Possibly. Or you
Yeah.
can use it. Up to you.
Or we could use it. I'd like to
Going
hop in
there
a
to
hyper.
Go grab some stuff to prepare for the festival.
I would like to hop into a hyperbolic time chamber for a little while.
But that's one of those things where the longer you go without messing with it, the worse off it's gonna be for everyone involved.
Yeah.
That sounds like all orders of business taken
Shit.
care of, though. What?
Strig's stuck here for 8 hours.
Yeah, he is. You wanna ask your newfound, spent a short rest alongside stuck in a gravity bubble? For the ability to partake in fair food and various other things?
Hey, Vashnir, I think that's your name.
Yes.
I don't have money for food.
That's no problem.
Hey, I have to be here for 8 hours. He didn't give me one of the sticks.
Take.
There's a singular frame. Callahan. Back at the squid base. Sitting in a chair, using a secondary chair as a footrest. Reclining.
Fucking asshole.
But alrighty. I believe with that we can call session. Do not
Cool.
forget about the potential War Boss side quest, and along with all the other exposition which has been dumped upon all of you today. If there are questions, send them to me.
We gotta get the orcs out.
But if there is nothing else, that's session. See you later.
Get the orcs out, figure out how